This guy right here will tell you when to cut the ribbon.
Oh, okay.
Now, there's going to be a lot of moving pieces to this, because I know we got an awesome group here tonight, but after we cut the ribbon, Ashley's going to do her speech. I'll do a little talk, but before alumni leave, we do want to do a picture underneath the Wally Smith sign with alumni and current Wildcats. And Phil Landau is going to say a few words between there. Okay, so don't run up. Hold on. I'm going to jump in.
Dickie Smith in there?
Okay, wait just a second, Adam. We're going to take a group picture, and then Callie will take.
Okay.
Just act like you're going to cut Bev, but not yet. And then Callie with the paper.
Hold on, I want to get Dickie Smith in here too, if that's okay. Dickie Smith, Wally Smith's son, and Dickie's sister. You're going to get in there. Bev's got scissors for a haircut.
Okay, on three, Bev, you're going to cut.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Guys, go really hard.
All right, thank you all for joining us today. I just want to present you all with your first dollar return on investment. Congratulations on this incredible facility. Adam, will you tell us more about it?
All right, thank you so much to the Ponca City Chamber. I want to thank a few people before we get into all the awesome alumni that are here, but I do want to thank the WTA Winter Tally Architects, local Ponca City firm that took this vision of the old outdated Wally Smith Center. I also want to thank Rick Scott Construction for making this dream become a reality. And then there's, okay, thank you, that's good reply. That's good one. And I do want to, I would be remiss to not also thank our city partners, our former mayor, Homer Nicholson, our current mayor, Kelsey Wagner, our city manager, Craig Stevenson. A little background to this project was these tennis courts were city courts, and the Wally Smith Center was a part of the city properties. When the school wanted to do something for tennis, we had a plan to do something over at West Junior High. But it was through conversations with the city and casting this bold vision of can we do something to re-emphasize tennis in our community and capture that Wally Smith legacy and do what we could today. The city said absolutely, let's join a partnership to do this. So these will be part of the Ponca City High School legacy for the next 99 years. So thank you, City of Ponca City. And I'm going to introduce Bill Landauer. He's going to say a few words on behalf of the Wally Smith family and Dickie Smith. Thank you.
Wow, what a facility. Nothing like this when we were playing, I'm telling you. We had an old restroom that was so dirty that we wouldn't go in it. The water fountain, we had empty tennis cans with fuzz in it. We were drinking out. I'm surprised any of us are still living. But these courts were full. Every weekend the courts were full. It was a busy, happening place. Ponca City was known as a great tennis town, as was our Kansas City and Winfield, Kansas. They called it Little Australia. There's so many great tennis players came out of these cities. And Wally Smith was a big part of that. He was the guy that got it all going here. And I also want to mention his sidekick, Steve Larimer, who was his assistant. And the reason Ponca City got so good is they started their program with us when we were junior high. We had junior high teams, and we'd go to the state junior high tournament. And Steve Larimer was our coach, and then, transferred into us being able to play on the varsity in high school. And he just had a system in place like football teams do. They get a coach in, and he gets their program going in the middle schools. But I just have tremendous memories of this place, and I also want to mention Steve Larimer's son, Brad, who passed away, and his other son, Mike, is here. Mike, and he was a coach over in Claremore and is now retired. But we had great coaches here in Ponca City. Of course, Wally, Steve Larimer. I got to mention Earl Buckholz, who used to come here from St. Louis. He had his son that was Butch Buckholz, won Junior Wimbledon, and his other son, Cliff, was a world-class player. For 40 years, Mr. Buckholz rode a bus down here, taught in Tulsa for 2 days, Ponca City 2 days, Kansas City 2 days, went back to St. Louis. I don't know why he did that. He could have stayed in St. Louis, but The Barger family. That's exactly right. Now, I'm getting to that. Hold on. The Barger family. But both Wally and Mr. Buckles were Hall of Fame coaches. And what are the chances of that happening in a small town like Ponca City? I mean, they were big-time coaches, so we had good coaching. And the Barger family was a big part of the tennis here, as were the Shelton family. Eddie Shelton, I don't know if any of you remember Eddie Shelton and his sister Sandy. Jimmy Hill, right here, moved away a sophomore year in high school.
So he's got 2 years eligibility.
2 years eligibility. Yeah. Bruce Barrett was another good player. Rod Bucher is here, came up. Bill Meek, the Meek family. I'll tell you one thing about Wally Smith. Somebody said, well, what made Wally Smith such a great coach? I said, well, first of all, he ran practices like Bobby Knight or Coach Kaywood in basketball. I mean, it was organized. Every minute of our practice, he had a little egg timer. And when that egg timer would ring, we had to move courts, and there was no walking to the next court. It was orchestrated. But we did great drills. We did drills on the backboard. We'd have to hit targets, and all the girls could do it really well, and all the guys couldn't do it very well. But the Bargers could all do it. Connie Stocks, they were always good at that. But we were disciplined, and Wally was old school, man. You didn't misbehave on the courts. I did a little bit. But when we'd go to matches, we had to dress sharp. We had to behave, and we had to look like we were knowing what we were doing out there. But anyway, Ponca City, my dad about 30 years ago got this facility named for Wally Smith, the Wally Smith Tennis Center. He went before the city council and said, Wally Smith has really touched so many lives of kids. A lot of them have gone and played college tennis all over the country. And so he got that name. But this facility is unbelievable. And he's gone from 9 courts to 13, which I was talking to some of the guys that came in today. That allows you to do more tournaments, bigger tournaments, because you can accommodate them. And I hope Ponca City, I don't know what the status is of their tennis program right now. What's that? Coach? Okay. Okay, it's good. Okay. Well, I want you to continue. Okay.
I'm doing my best.
Okay. Well, we gotta get the kids out. They want to play, and they'll work hard. And they can't just play, once a week and expect to be state champions. They got to work at it. So I'm just honored to be here. I also want to mention one other coach, Larry Williams, is here. He was also one of the coaches here for many years. And I know I'm leaving some people out, but thank you all. A lot of people have come a long way to be here today. I'm shocked. Jimmy?
Tell them about the courts when we were playing.
The courts? Oh, yeah. So our courts, when we were all playing, first of all, they have a string of lights over each court, down the middle of the so you throw up a lob, and if you hit the lights, that was it. You lost the point. But between each court was grass. So if you had a wide serve somebody and they'd step out wide, they'd slip and slide. For most of my career here, we had grass courts, right? I mean, not grass courts, but grass in between. And at night, we could play at night for 25 cents. You could play at night. I mean, these courts, am I right about this? These courts, you come over on Sunday afternoon, and you couldn't get a court. And a lot of the old timers, about my age now, but they used to play, and they would hit with us young guys. And, they took an interest in us, and the whole community was behind our tennis program. So thank you again for being here. Great facility. I expect big things out of this program the next few years. And by the way, the sports facilities here are unbelievable. We went on a tour today. A lot different than what we had, Dickie.
Thanks to our community.
Yeah. So I wanted to thank the city of Ponca City, the Chamber of Commerce, which I know had a big part of this, the patrons of tennis around Ponca City, and I know I'm leaving somebody else out, but thank you for everything you've done. It's a pleasure being here.
Phil, can I say one more?
Yeah.
For $20, you're going to play next year, right?
Are you going to make a donation to the program?
I'll be happy to help. What you all don't realize is this fellow right here has won 41 national championships. Yes, thank you. I got ranked 6th in the nation in boys 1800 doubles, and I thought I was pretty good. And then as the years went by, I would Google Phil, 20 national championships, 41 national championships. So I used to be your idol, you're now mine.
Well, it's a good lesson. If I can do it, anybody
Anybody
here
can do it, yes.
Hey, just show of hands, alumni. If you were state champ, former state or state runner-up from junior high up, raise your hand. Come out there. All right, alumni. I do want a picture with the alumni underneath the Wally Smith sign, the Legacy Build. I want a good picture there for the newspaper. And then you guys are welcome to tour the facility and walk around. All right, alumni, Wally Smith sign.